I feel like 3 weeks because that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip and retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated. I've broken the system, had to breach it. That's mission impossible, mission completed.
Salute when you see me. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is feedy. I gotta get back to the hood. I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love deeply. Sleepy. They like what I say, they repeat me. Yeah, look. All this money I be spending on BBs. That's why you gotta salute when you see me.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, this is Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Samuel on the tackle. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll go with a keeper. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do work.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Rosas' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. At the 31-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try to pick up the first with Ekeler, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Ekeler And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 5...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there for Minnesota. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. Yep.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Number 19, a gain of 3. Brings up second and goal.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Justin Herbert. Fine work there on the touchdown run.
For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Vikings 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Mon now off of play action. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Here's Mon. They're going for it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And it's 21-3.
Is good. Makes the score Chargers 21, Vikings 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Now Mon.
He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Mon looks to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Koo now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 35, Vikings 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to the air, Mond.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And that is incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis.
And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert on the move to his left. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Mond.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 4. Makes it
Mond out of the shotgun.
And my goodness, another interception.
picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Herbert on first down now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And this one is incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 in the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 26 yards. First down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Coleman has it here right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Throwing deep here for Coleman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Play action. It's Herbert. Rolling to his right. That's caught. It's Coleman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. Touchdown! Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Well, now how about this return?
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
First and 10.
Well, they go play action here. Mon.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Bond going to throw it.
He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave
the booth.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's got this down to the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd. On the year. And this Charger offense is running away with this one.
Koo for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
That's the score. Chargers 49, Vikings 10. Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Taylor. Flushed out right. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the turnover, here's Herbert rolling to his left. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 56, Vikings 10. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On 2nd and 9, Taylor. Open man is Duvernay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Handoff comes to Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They run. Cook. A beautiful fake. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's another Vikings 1st down.
On 1st down, Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
On 2nd and 1, Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor, flush to his right. This is caught, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Taylor going to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter.
He'll air this one toward Coleman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for L.A. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Oh, he stays up. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll roll him out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Steps away.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto.